I normally start at about 4:30 in the afternoon, and I do a 12-hour shift, so in theory I finish at 4:30 in the morning. Once the vehicle has been checked to make sure that it's all roadworthy and fit for use, clean, and all the equipment set up properly, go out, drive to whatever farm is first on the list. Hopefully they're ready for me to collect the milk when I get there, and then collect the milk, leave a receipt for the farmer saying how much has been collected, what the temperature was, what the time was, and who it was that collected it. And then when I've got a full load, several farms, I'll take it to one of the dairies, offload it where they'll process it, and then back to our yard, wash the inside of the wash the outside of the tank off, make it all clean and shiny.
Where is your yard?
Stanton Harcourt, it's around the corner.
Oh, it's not far away.
Yeah.
When you're talking about offloading at different dairies, where are they?
Sevenside is one. There's another at Hanworth in southwest London, another one at Acton in West London. Those are the three that we mainly use.
So you cover a huge area.
Yeah. This milk will go to Acton.
Right.
So.
And in the shops tomorrow? Almost.
Probably.
Or nighttime delivery.
It will get to. In theory, it will be in Acton sometime after midnight, and then, depending on their processing, could be in the shops by lunchtime or early afternoon.
Right.
So.
And is it all sold as milk, or is any made into yoghurt, or is that a special collection?
That depends on how much milk the dairy has.
Really?
If the dairy's got too much milk, some will be dried off and used as dried milk. Some may be turned into yoghurt. Some of the milk gets skimmed, so that they take some of the butter fat out to make other products, cheese, butter, and then what's left gets sold as semi-skimmed milk or skimmed milk.
And the cheese, is that made by your own dairies, or do you sell that to other makers?
The cheese is made by, for example, Dairy Crest make their own cheese in one of the other dairies, so they will move the milk from one dairy to the other.
Mm. Is that my camera buzzing, or is it something in your cab?
It's a clock.
That's all right.
It's actually the digital tachograph. Well, it's not a digital, it's an analogue tachograph, but basically it's a card that there's a clockwork motor.
Mm. When I hear a noise like that, I'm thinking, what's gone wrong with it?
I can't stop it because it's
don't worry.
The legal requirement that I record what I'm driving and resting and all the rest of it.
My older son does HGV work, self-employed, so he's just done about 4 weeks for TNT, and I know he delivered some carpets for somebody last night. Anything and everything, so I know about the tacos and things like that. Didn't ask you your name.
My name's Peter.
Right.
And just to make it all posh, it's Peter Boswell, and I'm actually the shop steward at our depot.
Your depot. And would you like to...
Sorry.
URTU,
United Road Transport.
Let me close in on that. United Road Transport. Okay. And were you chosen specifically for this run, or is it just because it's out of the normal routine tonight?
My union duties don't reflect on my driving duties. I'm just, as far as driving goes, I drive the same runs as everybody else. It just happened that I was available tonight to come and pick the milk up. Normally, the run I would have been doing, I'd have taken to Hanworth in southwest London. But my relief is working today as well, so he's doing that, and I've got the easy.
The easy one. I won't tell them though. How have EU regulations affected the collection of milk? Not just you personally, but the collection over the whole country.
I think we've always got to integrate with the dairies, with the farmers, because a farmer is milking, for example, I think he starts about 5 o'clock in the morning here.
Mm.
So he'll be milking from 5 till say 7. So it's no good me turning up here at 5:15
No.
to collect the milk. So we don't work 9 till 5. We start our shifts to try and allow. So I'll start at 4:30. Normally I collect my first farm by 6 o'clock. If I started at 3 o'clock, he wouldn't be ready for me to collect.
Yes.
And if I started at 7, I'd be a bit late getting to the dairy.
And any new EU regulations making life harder or easier?
Not so much the regulations as the way people interpret them.
Mm.
One of the things that causes a problem for most of us is something called periods of availability, which, as far as the working time regulations are concerned, means that we're not working, so it doesn't count as working time. But we're paid to actually be there on call or in the vehicle, making sure that the load's secure. And to my mind, it's just a way of extending the working day to get around the health and safety rules, which say you can only work a 10-hour or a 12-hour day. It's the only time I know where a boss is happy to pay you when you're not officially working.
It's quite extraordinary that you have to stay with your vehicle and your load for security reasons, and they call it a period of inactivity.
Well, the original definition was that you were free to do whatever you liked with your time, but you were not exactly on call because you were told how long. But it had to be a minimum of an hour. So you were told that you're not going to be needed for an hour.
Mm.
So you're available for work, but you're not actually working.
Yeah.
And then they said, but in the case of a load, you might have to stay in the vehicle to keep the safety of the load. Or a distribution depot, they might have a rule that says you can't get out of your vehicle while you're on site. So you have to sit in the vehicle, but you're not working. And there's not a lot of space in some of the vehicles. You have finished, haven't you?
I'm just going to pull up my plate back so you don't drink.
Sorry for a minute.
You want to get a deck?
It always makes me laugh because I get to work and then go out and drive the lorry.
Yeah.
And I have to get around cars that are parked in the middle of the road because they couldn't get through in the snow. But really, we will all do our best to get the milk from the farm. We may not kill ourselves to get the dairy, but we will get it because the cows have to be milked. So.
If you would please, ladies and gentlemen, just on 11 o'clock now, we're ready to get underway. Very nice to see such a good crowd of you here this morning. Welcome everybody here to the dairy on Glebe Farm. Bit of a sad day really for the Collins family and Alan Hall, the herdsman. See their nice herd of cows go under the hammer. But anyway, the decision has been made and all the cattle are going to be sold when we finish selling the dead stock. And the sale ring for that is just in here, okay, behind me. Now we've got a run of pieces here in this building. Then we'll go outside and follow around through there, through the fence posts, and then we go over there and round those bits and pieces. Finish up by the dairy. There are several lots up there, including the milking parlour, tanks, feed hoppers, and heat detection system. And then we'll finish there and come in and sell the cars. Okay? VAT at the dreaded 20% will be added to the bits and pieces, not the hay. There's two nice bales of hay here, which you want to have a little look at. We're going to got 25 bales of that to sell towards the end of the day, or end of the machinery part of the sale. But there's a sample of it for you to see. Okay? All the machinery lots are posted up there. They are in the catalogue. From the updated list is up there on the wall. And down there you'll find Sheila and Alex from our staff who will be happy to help you in any way, take your money and give you your paperwork. Okay? So, there we go. We'll get started, and a little bit more about the herd when we get to it, but we'll just run through these items of dead stock first. Right, here we go. First of all, lot number one, this mat for disinfectant for the cow's feet. What do we say with that? Start me where? 20 quid somebody? 20 pounds? 10 up? 10 pounds? 5 pounds? Anybody got a fiver? Quickly. Pound then. Pound somebody. Any bid? Pound, hold on, so £1 bid, £1 at a pound, to anywhere, at £1, £1 bid, at a pound, £1, a bargain of the sale, £1, hold on, spell the name. Right.
What are sixpences?
So you were paid sixpence for each gallon you produced, sixpence old money. I think people now just get a salary and that's all there is to it, isn't it?
Well, I was just paid at farm right now. They asked if I want to go on.
If you've got a register or not.
5, 6 bid, 6 pounds, 6 bid, 7 bid, 8 bid, 8 bid, 8, 9, 10, 10 bid, 10. Left bid line, that £10, £10 on my right, that £10, 11, 12, £12, that 12 pounds, that £12, all that going then, that 13 bid, 14 bid, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 22, all that, selling at 23, 24 selling at 24. Same bar, forward. Right. Put it up then, not 27. What do you say? The other 18 there, put it in at 50, 30. Thank you, sir. 30 bit, 30 pounds. 30 bit. Probably original, and that's the original axle, all right? Those of you that collect those sort of things. Any experts here? Be right or wrong? Thank you, sir, very much. A lovely trailer, and the original wheel loading there as well. What do we say? Couple of hundred? 100. 50. 50? 20 bid. 30. 40. 50. 50 bid. 50. 60. 100. I guess 100 bid. 100. At 100 bid. 110. 110. 110 a bid. 20. 130. 140. 150. 150 bid, 150, wheels are thrown in, 60, 160, 70, 170, 170, at 170 bid, 170, 170, 80, 180, 90, 200 here, at 2 bid, 20, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 300 pounds, right at the back there, at 300 pounds, you bidding something? At 300, no, at 300 pounds, and I'm selling 20, 320, 320, but a collector's piece, sir. Don't lose it now, at 320 I'm going to sell it close to me, at 320. Paxton, thank you.
Yeah.
Now 283 bid, 20, 320, keep going 50, 350, and again 80, 380, 400, can't be wrong, this one at 400, £400 only, and there's a lucky man at 400. £400 only, trying another 20 now then, at 400, £400 then out the back. Quite sure you're done with him. I'll sell him away this time at 400. Mr. Bosley, 100. Massive applicator. Well, a tenner, quickly. Put it in £10. Fiver. Any bid then? £2 only bid at £2. £2 bid for the applicator at £2. £2 only bid then. Quickly, wave of missed you, £5, £8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 18, 20, yes. The applicator, 22, yes. Out by the office. £20, you're out, quickly, 22, £22, then you're out in front there at £22, I'll sell it behind at 22. Mr. Reeves, 30, 13, 14, 15, 16, 69 says, I'll sell it.
Milk production here on the farm, so the whole lot goes under the hammer. Alan Hall, unfortunately, has not been terribly well, and that's really what's prompted the sale. But we wish him well, and we certainly congratulate him on the splendid results that he's got from this good herd. They've been going for quite a few years now. They've been successful in the Oxfordshire and herds competition. You see they've been well up there in the results there on a number of the trophies. And they've been producing tremendously well, these cows. 9,600. They're averaging on twice a day milking with a simple diet. They're in cubicles. The cell count is running at 174. It's pretty good in most cases. And there's a lot of cows that have done 10 or 11,000 or more kilos in a lactation. They've used good bulls here. You'll see the list run there. Camstar outside, the great outside, leads the list with 27 bulls for sale today. Others, Canyon Bees, Allen, Shottle, Jordan, all household names, and they're in card for very, very good bulls as well. So nice sort of cows, you'll agree, you've been around, big stuffy cows they are, very milky, they're making lots of milk despite all the disruptions. They're milking well, and there are plenty of cows here going to go home on the grass and fill up that tank for you when you get them home. Now, the national milk records are as in the catalogue, okay, they're right up to date. We've got one or two extras. the yields which we can give you when we come through. But basically the catalogue information is correct and up to date. The dry cows were treated with Boa clocks, that's a 56-day long-acting penicillin, so just watch that. If you buy any cows that are fresh, make sure that they got clear of that. And finally, I apologise for the lack of room here, you stand it. We had perhaps rather modest expectations of who was going to turn up, or somebody did. But if the gentleman in the front there, if you were able just to park so those guys on the front can see. I know it's tight, very tight, but if you could just let, I know that man, he's come to buy a few cows, and there's plenty of room around here, in here, at the back. Please make it the best use you possibly can of the limited space available. I'd like to thank Stephen Green and his crew who have prepared the cattle today, as always, done a super job. Thank you, Stephen, and the boys for clipping and washing the cows. Alan Hall, I mentioned you before. We wish you well, Alan, in the future. Thank you for all the help and cooperation in getting the catalogue ready and everything else as well. We're very grateful to you, and those two particularly, we'd like to say a further thanks. So, here we go. Lot number one. She's in the ring, waiting patiently. One of the oldest cows in the sale, but a cow that certainly shows, I don't think she was quite as old as that when you look at her, you wouldn't think so, would you? But she's bred in a good Thursday herd of Mr. Peter Carrow down the road. She calved at the end of January. She's giving 41 kilos a day now. The cell count's around about 200. But just look what she's done there. Quick and regular breeder, high fat, high protein cow, and a real good servant. Just turn her on a little bit if you will, Alan, so we can see her walking around. She's a lovely cow and full of them today. There we go. Round old lady, what do we say for her? 700 or 800 start. Guineas, of course. 600 to start. 400 bid, thank you very much indeed. 20, 420 bid, 20, 40, 440, up 60, 460 bid, 460, 80, 485, 500, 500 bid, 20 bid, 40, 540, 540, 60, 560, 580, 586 bid, 620, 620, 40, 640, 60, 660, 80, 680, 700, and 20, 740, 760, 780, 780, 8 bid, 800, and again 800 on the right now, and 800 guineas, as good a lot one as you can find, and 800 guineas a bid, 800, and 800 guineas over, and 800 guineas 20, 820, 820 bid, you're out just below, so I took it on the rail, 30 go right, 30, 830, 830 bid, 830 Mr. C's turn, and 830 guineas, 830 it is then, and 830 on seller behind, this time, and 830, thank you sir. Adams, thank you Mr. Adams. After Sarah, she's back in calf for the same mating as well. This is a tremendous milky cow, quick and regular breeder, had a 7th calf at only 8 years of age. She's done over 11, and she's going to beat it this time, still on 38 on a low cell count. What a nice cow, no vices with that cow, just a real hard-working, hard-driving, hard-milking cow. 1,000 guineas for her, surely. 800, 6. 5, thank you sir, 500 all over the place, thank you, 500 bid, 5, 500, 500 guineas, at 500 bid, 5, 500, at natural milking cow, 20, 550, 550, your turn out front sir, look what she's bred, 80, 580, 6 bid, 20, 620, 650, 680, 680 bid, 680, 700 this time, that's 680 guineas, this is not a value surely, 700, and 20, 750, 780, 780, 780 Kent's out, 8 bid here, 800, and 800 guineas, 800, beautiful cow, and 820, 820 bid, 40, 840, 840, back out here now, at 840 bidding 60, 860, 880, 880 bid, 9, 920, 920, 920 quality cow at 920 guineas, but she'll be gone this time at 920. Mr. Pierce, well done, sir. But she does pretty well on the tree. She's doing it at about 29 a day now, and she's another one PD calf. Remind you, not quite a guarantee, but PD there to the Exacerbo service there the other day. That's good news, and she's bred that beautiful heaven. What do they say with her? 700, 6 or 5. Thanks a lot. 5 bid, 500, and 500 guineas. What you need still looking nicely. And 500 guineas a bit. 500, and 500 bid. 5, 500, 20 now, 20, 540, 560, 580, 600, 620, 640, 660, 660, big heavy cows up. 80, 680, 680 bid. 680 bid, 680, 680 bid, 680, 700, 720, 720 bid, 720, 40, 740, 740 bid, 740, 740, where was he? That's 740, yep, 60, 760, 760, that's 760 bid, 760, 760 across the ring then, that's 760, should be gone, this time, that's 760, thank you Mr. Adams. Now the calf. Calf, getting rid of bull, isn't it? So he's born in August, so what does that make her? 8 months old, and it's growing like a mushroom. It's a Bolivia Allen, lovely, lovely heifer. 500, 4, 3. She'll stand at 200 bid, thank you sir, 200 bid, 200, at 2 bid 20, 220, 220 bid 40, 240, 60, 80, 300, 300 bid, 300, at 300 guineas, she's got 20 now, 20, 320, 340, 360, 360, 360, 360 bid, 360, that's alright, at 360 bid, 360, at 360 bid, 360, top dead now, you bidding, 80, 384, 420, 440, 460, 460 bid, 460, go against up, at 460 bid, 460, 460, 460, right up there then, at 460, hammers up, at 460, she'll be away, this time, at 460, Mr. Hutchins, thank you. At 12.50, but I'm going to sell her on the rail this time, at 12.50. Mr. Robertson, thank you very much, a lovely cow. Oxfordshire. Long Valley cow. Put it going, 800, 7, 6, 5. Thanks a lot, 5 bid, 500 guineas, and 500 guineas a bid, 500, 20 now, and 500 bid 5, 500, and 500 guineas on the sales now, 20, 540, 540, 60, 80, 580, 6 bid, 600, 620, 640, 640 bid, 640, 640 bid, 640, 60, 660, 80, 680, 720, 740, good cow, 60, 760, 780, 780, 800, and 800 guineas, says you'll be there, and 800 guineas out left and right, and 800 guineas, 800, and 820, 820, 820, 820 bid, 40, 840, 840, 840 bid, 840, 60, 860, 860, Mr. G's go, 80, 880 bid, 880, 880, at 880 guineas, 880, 880 bid, 880, there we are then, at 880 guineas, I'll sell away this time, at 880, 9, nearly, 900, she's almost on the tail bottom, just one more little bit, at 900 guineas, against you there, Mr. D, was that right? 20, 920, 920, a little quicker as you will, at 920, I'll sell her then, 920, Mr. Gormley, well done, sir, thank you. What do we say about that? 300, 200, 200, 150, 100, thanks sir, 100 bid, 100 up top there, at 100 guineas, 20, 120, 140, 60, 80, 220, 220, 40, 240 bid, 240, and Alan's up, 240 bid, 240 on the top now, at 240 bid, 240, 240 guineas, 240, 60, 260, 80, 280, 20 bid, 280, 20 bid, 280, 20 bid, 280, 23, 300, and against it one more, 320, 320, 320 bid, 320, well you're out, at 320, quite sure, I'll sell her, at 320, Hutchins, well done. At 500, 500 guineas 5, 500, at 500 bid 5, 500 still giving over 30 a day, at 500 guineas a bit, 500 a bit, 5, 500, 520, 540, 560, 580, 600, 620, 40, 60, 680, 720, 740, 740 bid, 60, 760, 760, 760 front row now, at 760 bid, 760, at 760 bid, 760, at 760 bid, 760, 760 it is then, at 760 I'll sell her out front this time, at 760, Mr. Gormley has that one, well done, sir. Here we go with a calf, another lovely big rangy stroke there, just 4 or 8 months of age, that one now, by the great Bolivia Allen, good heifer, 4 or 5, 3 to start, 300, 200, 2, thanks very much Rob, 300 a bit, 3, 320, 340, and 60, 380, 400, 400 guineas on the top now, at 400 a bit, 400 a bit, 4, 400, at 20, 420, 40, 440, 60, 460, 80, 480 bit, 480, top row, at 480 guineas and a bit, 480, have it done down here, at 480 bit, 480, top row then, at 480 I'll sell her, at 480, Mr. Hutchins, well done. Sorry, lost it circle yet. Leicestershire. Good car, well done. Now look at that. Like lovely car there. By 80S Simon. Simon bar as opposed to Jackson. There we go. Put her in 400, 3, 300, 2. She'll make it 200 on top. Make us her 2 bid. 220, 240. 260, 280, 280 bid, 280, 300 this time, at 20 guineas I bid, 280, 280 is not 3 for her, at 20 bid, 280 on the top here, 20 guineas cheap one now, at 20 guineas 280, have it up, 300, 3 bid 20, 320, 40, 340, 360, 380, 400, 20, 440, shake the bottoms up, at 440, 440, have another, at 440, top deck then, you'll miss over one little bit, she goes at 440, Mr. Hutchins again, well done.
Good morning. Your last visit here?
Yeah.
Are you the regular driver? Another one off the list.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Go forward a bit. Go forward a bit.
What's that you're setting there?
GPS.
Oh, right.
Yeah, press collection.
I see.
it
And it's
comes
got
out the
Mr.
farm.
Collins' name on there.
Yeah.
Beeb Farm Weald.
Yeah. Press on agitation time.
And who's at which agitation time is that?
That's when I put the paddle on the tank.
Right.
2 minutes agitation. box.
Well, that's the sample box. Sample of milk?
Yeah.
Right, and where do you put that? So that's the farm name, I suppose. Is it on there? Or is it a number?
No, I've got a barcode label to go on it.
Oh, right. Oh, mod cons. Where do you get the sample from? From this tank or from yours?
From this. It takes it with us because that's an automatic sampler.
Right, so
Now,
as it goes
in,
it will take a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Okay. So that spaces out its collection during the whole time you're pumping.
And you get that top up bit at the end. Just to make sure it's close up the sensors
And he's finished the collection. Thank you.
Probably the last milk tanker I'll see. Depending on whether everyone picks up their cows today. I expect they will. Acted very quickly. That's the secret in those situations.
Just a few waiting to be collected, but most have gone, and this side is completely empty.